The dancing plague of 1518, also known as the dance epidemic, was one of the most bizarre and terrifying historical events that took place in Strasbourg, which was then part of the Holy Roman Empire and is now in modern-day France. The strange phenomenon began in July 1518, when a woman identified as Frau Trophia walked into a street and began to dance fervently and seemingly against her own will. She danced without music and without showing any sign of enjoyment, continuing until she physically collapsed from exhaustion. After a brief rest, she would resume the frantic activity. Within a short span of time, the compulsion to dance spread rapidly among the citizens. Historical records indicate that by the end of the month, anywhere from 50 to as many as 400 people had joined the fatal frenzy. The afflicted danced day and night, their movements described as convulsive. They continued despite bloody feet and intense exhaustion, eventually collapsing and dying from strokes, heart attacks, or sheer physical depletion. At the height of the epidemic, some accounts suggest up to 15 people died each day. In a misguided attempt to resolve the crisis, the city authorities and physicians initially theorized that the dancing was a result of overheated blood and that the afflicted needed to dance the illness out of their systems. They actually encouraged the activity by clearing public squares, setting aside guild halls, and even hiring musicians and professional dancers. This disastrous decision only worsened the situation, creating a public stage for the mania and causing the numbers to swell further. The authorities eventually changed their approach, banning public dancing and processions. They sent the most severely affected dancers to a shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, who was believed by some to have power over nervous disorders. After this religious intervention and the passage of approximately 2 months, the epidemic began to subside and finally ended as mysteriously as it had begun in early September. The prevailing modern theory attributes the event to a form of mass psychogenic illness or collective hysteria. This is supported by the fact that Strasbourg in 1518 was an environment ripe for psychological breakdown, suffering from widespread famine, poverty, disease, and religious tension. A less accepted theory suggests the cause was ergot poisoning, a toxic fungus that grows on rye and can cause spasms and hallucinations. Though the full range of symptoms does not perfectly match the historical descriptions,